Photo: Gonzalo Gaudenzi. App reports from the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian are dire in the Bahamas, with a death toll now at 43 and expected to increase in coming hours and days. According to CNN, hundreds of Bahamians are still missing, likely buried in rubble nearly a week after the Category 5 storm pummeled the northern Bahamian islands. An estimated 70,000 people have been left homeless. Prime Minister Hubert Minnis said residents facing an hour of darkness. The Associated Press reported, "We acknowledge that there are many missing and that the number of deaths is expected to significantly increase," he said. According to the app, Security Minister Marvin Dames said officials had never before seen such a level of devastation. Advertisement survivors waiting to be evacuated to the capital, Nassau, said Friday that Grand Abaco, one of the hardest-hit areas, was uninhabitable. "Only animals can live here," one man, a construction worker, told the app. Others told NBC News they had waded through dangerous waters with several bodies floating by as they sought shelter and safety. Advertisement. The Nassau Guardian noted that the stench of death lingers throughout Marsh Harbor. Abaco, an air-conditioned trailer set up behind a government-run health clinic many miles away, serves as a makeshift morgue. Its workers are overwhelmed, the newspaper said. A resident of Abaco told CNN, "It was like an atomic bomb went off." Survivors wait to be evacuated at Marsh Harbor Port on Grand Abaco Island, Bahamas, on Sept. 6, 2019. Photo: Jose Jimenez. Getty Images. Advertisement. The Washington Post reported that time is running out to save stranded hurricane victims. "We need food. We need shelter. We need help right now," Marsh Harbor resident Eddie Peredima told the newspaper. Advertisement. Several countries, aid organizations, and companies are assisting in the efforts, including the U.S. Coast Guard, the U.S. Agency for International Development, the United Nations, the British Royal Navy, American Airlines, and Royal Caribbean, among others. As of Friday, the U.S. Coast Guard had conducted 208 rescues. Crews found gut-wrenching devastation. Advertisement. Per the Post. A 5-month-old was starving, one report said. A 90-year-old man had a broken back, read another. 2 diabetics, 2 children and 1 spouse, read a third. A woman somewhere on a baseball field had a decreasing heart rate. A 60-year-old man needed dialysis, and a 400-pound man was suffering from blood clots. George F. Menz, a Coast Guard pilot, said he wished there were a clinic closer to the affected islands than the hospital in Nassau, a trip that can take 45 minutes by helicopter. He said the response is typical for a hurricane as devastating as Dorian, which he said was like a giant tornado. Advertisement. The Nassau Guardian wrote about those who are scarred, mentally, physically and emotionally, for the newspaper. One woman roamed the runway at the now-flooded Marsh Harbor International Airport. She said nothing, only screamed in apparent agony. Men and women at the airport and the clinic moaned in pain. Some had visible wounds, like a man with an infected gash on his leg. Others only stared, still processing the traumatic experiences from the storm. Photo: Jose Jimenez. Getty Images. Advertisement. Dorian made landfall in the Bahamas on Sunday afternoon as a Category 5 hurricane, with winds raging at 185 miles per hour. Once there, it stalled out over Bahama Island for a staggering 40 hours. According to the Post, this may have been the longest siege of violent, destructive weather ever unleashed on a single location. Advertisement. The storm weakened as it later moved north along the U.S. eastern seaboard. As a Category 1 storm, Dorian made landfall over North Carolina's Outer Banks on Friday morning, leaving some 350,000 people without power in North and South Carolina, according to CBS News. It caused catastrophic flooding on Ocracoke Island before later moving out to sea. It is now heading toward eastern Canada. Advertisement. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump on Saturday morning took to Twitter to woefully downplay the number of casualties in the Bahamas and, unsurprisingly, to praise himself. Thank you to Bahamian Prime Minister Hubert Minnis for your very gracious and kind words in saying that without the help of the United States and me, there would have been many more casualties, he tweeted. Advertisement. For information about how to donate or volunteer to relief efforts, a Bahamas Hurricane Relief Fund has been established at hurricanereliefbahamas.com. Advertisement. This post was updated with Trump's tweets. Let's block ads. Why?